I'm Sharon Barnes-Waters. Welcome to City Views, a show about people, places, and things that make New York great. Well, the sexy, sensational, and very edgy web series Tough Love premiered in 2015, and in just 2 short years, get this, they have garnered a Daytime Emmy nomination. How about that? Well, Tough Love is about 6 millennials in New York. You know, they're navigating love and relationships and dating and life on a whole. And guess what? Today, we have the creators and the cast of Tough Love in this very special edition of City Views. Welcome, everybody.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, yeah.
People, hello.
I'm starting with the creators, Roni and Caleb. Tell me, Tough Love, was this because you dated, then you're engaged, and you're recently married? So congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Was Tough Love birthed from your relationship or what you were seeing around you with your friends? Or a little of both?
Definitely a combination of both. We have been dating, or we're married now, but we were dating since college. And we went through the struggles, the ups and downs, the game plan. I met him my freshman year of college. He was a sophomore. He threw that college boy charm on me.
Oh!
So we definitely took elements of our story and put it into the script, as well as a lot of friends and family members, their stories.
And Caleb?
Yes, Tough Love is elements that come from ourselves, me and Ronnie, and a lot of our friends' situations around us. It's always good to just have moments to reflect and actually put it in your art and broadcast it out to everybody, and then they relate to the same things that we once related to and currently relate to. So yeah, Tough Love is us.
And so do you put your relationship on the screen? Can we look at it and say?
You can't pinpoint it. I made sure. But there are elements of it within each character.
And I noticed that for the characters, you have named each character after another character from another movie. Why was that? I mean, are they similar to those characters?
They aren't similar. I was very inspired to create Tough Love because I grew up on romance movies, Black romance movies, and then over time I noticed that it was lacking. There were not a lot of great Black films put out about love. It had started to be a focus on the reality show Love. And so that's why I really wanted to create this. And when I did, I took names from the different characters. So Darius is from Love Jones. Monica is from Love and Basketball. And so that was really what inspired the names.
Do you think that there is a distortion of Black love? Has it been distorted and you wanted to bring a different element, Caleb?
Yeah, absolutely. Black love, like she stated, you see it a lot with love. You see Basketball Wives and hip hop Atlanta, hip hop LA. You see a lot of just bitter and back and forth. And we kind of wanted to bring it back to the millennials and again showcase a lot of old school movies that we grew up on. Brown Sugar, you know what I mean, Jason's Lyrics, and just really have have those elements come back to just the screen. We started on the digital side, but eventually put it on a big screen and just really making sure that we have audience members that want to see it and us willing to tell the story. And
as you're saying digital, why do you think the web was the place to go?
Oh, the web is the best place to go because, again, we were talking about it earlier, it's disruptive. And you really get the opportunity to create it, upload it, share it, and communicate with the people rather than, package it on a DVD, put it on a shelf, don't really know who buys it. They might send a postcard, they might send a letter, but we want that instant feedback and interact with our fans and kind of them help us to just, build more material.
Ronnie, it's blown up. I mean, you have, in this short amount of time, how surprised were you to get that Daytime Emmy nomination? What do you think is the reason for the popularity of this show?
I think the reason for the popularity is the relatability. A lot of people say they really connect with the characters. They're like, oh, I'm Monica, I'm Alicia, but I want to be Jordan. Yeah, so they definitely can connect.
That's their fantasy.
Yeah, exactly. Why we got the Daytime Emmy, I'm not quite sure. No, I'm kidding. But I was in total shock when I saw that. It took us a long time to decide whether we wanted to submit or not, because we were like, we're not even in the running. Right. We don't stand a chance. And my grandmother was like, just take the risk.
Take the risk.
And
look what happened when you took the risk.
Definitely.
And I'm going to, Roni, you said this. I love the creative control. I love being able to put my own ideas, not have it filter. Why did you say that?
I say that because if we were to go the route of like trying to pitch our script to a studio and having executives over us, we would have to filter things out. And this literally is just my script, and I get all the control, and I'm telling these stories. Like a lot of the stories we see on Tough Love, a lot of that has really and truthfully happened with friends and family, and friends are like, really, you putting my business out there? Like,
my business on the street, girl?
Yeah.
You ain't come to Thanksgiving for my business on the street.
Exactly. So we get the complete control. I mean, we battle back and forth.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you,
Yeah.
as two people who have been in a long-term relationship and bringing this to the screen,
Have you had creative differences that have really tested your relationship?
Have we, guys?
I'll let Caleb answer that one. Caleb?
So
She didn't have to put you out, did she?
No. Yeah, like there's always creative differences whenever we're in the writer's room, whenever, we're shooting and filming on set. I'm directing, she's the writer, producer. So we have differences on set. And then also even in the editing room, we have differences of, how we want, do a shot selection and things like that. But I think one, like a major one that, kind of tested us is just like, if we're on set with the actors and actresses, we'll kind of like do it like right in front of them. And I remember we had an assessment at the end of season 1. And they're like, you guys, like, that's not cool, like, bringing that energy to set. We don't like witnessing it. Sometimes they call us mom and dad and they're the children.
Oh, my God.
It's, sometimes it gets crazy, but we brought it back home and we kind of, like, sat down about it. And we said that, if we do have disagreements in season 2, we're going to go to the side and kind of talk about it away from everybody, and then have a resolution and then bring it back to keep the energy good with the cast members and ourselves.
And hold that, Mike, because Caleb, just in making a film like that, what does it take to make a film? It's like, you call it guerrilla filmmaking.
Yes.
I mean, how do you shoot it? How do you pay for this? It must be crazy.
Yeah, it's guerrilla filmmaking. I also call it the filmmaker's mixtape. So, we're all throughout New York City, in and out of cabs, going on the subways, hopping, going to rooftops, renting out Airbnbs to shoot, different scenes, utilizing a great app called Breather to, shoot, change up the locations. And when it came to financing it, for season 1, we put together a GoFundMe, at the end of season 1, we put together a GoFundMe for season 2, and we raised $10,000.
Wow.
So,
wow. Good for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And that helped. It really went a long way in season 2. We were able to up the production value. So people out there was like, oh, it looks a little bit better season 2. It's because we actually had a little bit of money to take it a little further. But again, yeah, it's the mixtape. So, we get the opportunity to collaborate with, musicians, actors, actresses, people that are set designers, people that have brands and want to incorporate it into our show. We get to learn on every end, from pre-production, production, distribution. Like, it's a mixtape and it's a learning project, and I'm glad I get to learn with everybody that I work with.
Very, very cool. And now I'm going to turn to your cast, and I'm going to ask each member of your cast to give us your name and the name of your character, starting on this end.
Hey everybody, I'm Verena Banks, and I play the character of Jordan.
Hello, I'm Bradley Clark. I play the lovely Jackson. Hi, my name is Ebony Obsidian, and I play Alicia.
Hi guys, my name's Natalie Jacobs, and I play Monica.
I'm Jordan Ryan Barton, and I play Quincy.
Verena. Jordan, can you describe, first of all, describe Jordan? It takes a while, right? It takes a minute.
This is CBS, you said, right?
Yeah, yes. Keep it clean.
Let me keep it classy. Whew. She's very sassy. She's very no nonsense. I would say, you know what? Actually, I would say out of all the characters, Jordan is probably the one who wants the most for love. She wants for it the most. She believes in it the most. She believes there is your perfect counterpart. She believes you can fall in love. You can have true love. You do have just that one soulmate, which is why she settles for absolutely nothing. She's not taking anybody's BS because she knows what she's worth. Because like Roni, she grew up on all of those romance movies and she's seen the way a man treats a woman. And so she's not going to settle for anything for less than that. You know, she's not going to say, oh, he's having a bad day, or that's what men do, or...
So your character...
She's no nonsense.
She's no nonsense, and she'll date whoever. She'll have 2 dates in one night. And that... Do you think there is a double standard for your kind of character? Do you think there's this double standard in America about a woman who that's how she feels, and if a man does that, then, you know, he's called something else?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But she doesn't care. That's why I
She
love
doesn't
her.
care.
She does not care.
She doesn't care.
She does not care. Like, zero cares.
Bradley, you play Jackson. This is what it says about Jackson. He is a hot-shot New York City investment banker who works hard and plays harder. When he's not spending hours in the office, he's spending time in bed with a new woman. He's smart, smooth, and successful. So he gets any lady he wants. He can also be an arrogant jerk, which somehow makes women even more attracted to him. Is there some of Jackson and Bradley? I mean, I said a whole lot of things, so I'm not talking about negative. Is there a little bit of you in that character?
First off, who wrote that? Who wrote that? It was very interesting when I went in for the audition for this part. I was a toss-up before I walked in the room about whether or not I wanted to audition for Quincy or I wanted to audition for Jackson. They thought I looked best for Jackson. Okay. Because there was elements of my life that were like Jackson when I was in college and in I think everybody at some point or another, you go through an exploration phase in your life and you figure it out, and everyone has a different level of which expertise or experimenting that they want to do before they figure out what it is that they want in the world. And before you can know yourself, you have to find those things out about yourself. Right. So there was a time in my life where I was Jackson.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to call you Jackson tonight, though. Well, I'm giving nobody the wrong impression. Ebony, your character, Alicia, is an entrepreneur. Do you think that women can have it all? Is she saying that you can have your man, you can have a job, you can be the boss? Is that what Alicia is saying to women, that you can be it all, you can have it all?
I think that's what she would like. Obviously, if you've seen the first season and the second season, you see that that's very difficult. Mm-hmm. She hasn't been able to keep it all. I think the thing about Alicia that I admire probably the most is the fact that she tries. Is that she's not said, I'm going to settle for maybe having a business with my partner and only doing things at home, only being one part or one aspect of that. She really wants to be fully invested in her entire relationship, which means, you know, the love aspect of it as well as the business aspect of it. So, yeah, I think you can. I think you have to be with the right person. You have to be with a man or be with a woman that wants the same things that you want. And clearly that's not the case right now for Alicia and Quincy. But, yeah.
Natalie, you play Monica.
Yes.
How have you seen your character maybe grow and change from the first season to now? How has she changed? How has she grown? And what message is she sending?
I like the message that she's sending this second season. The first season, Monica was so in love with Darius and just let him continue to lie and cheat and disrespect her. And because of the love that she felt for him, she decided to stay. But into the second season, Monica has completely progressed. She's dating a new guy, a guy who really respects her, who doesn't move very quickly, who respects her time. And I was excited to play her this season because she shows some different elements to her personality.
Jordan, playing Quincy. Is Quincy's character stuck on, I'm the man, let me be the man? What does that mean to be the man?
I think there was a time where Quincy was stuck on that. We don't exactly know why Quincy is the way that he is. We don't know why he has the values that he has, but that is something that he set on. Quincy wants to be the breadwinner, and he wants to be the breadwinner in its fullest capacity. He wants to be everything for Alicia that she could possibly need. He doesn't want there to ever be not even a shred of doubt that she could possibly go somewhere else and get something that she's not getting from him, whether it's emotional support, whether it's financial support, being stimulated sexually, whatever the case may be. He doesn't, want to feel threatened by any, outside source. So he goes above and beyond, and it may be extreme. He may be an extremist, but he's still trying to hold down his own. And, he's a little mature and he has some things to learn, but, it's maybe we'll find out a little bit more as, the show progresses, why he holds these certain things, so near and dear to his heart that, you have to go so hard for your lady and, but yeah, it's.
Well, let me ask you guys, for your characters, are those characters what you're seeing in your circle of friends, your millennial friends? Are you seeing the range of those characters in your own personal life? And I'm going to ask you, Alicia. I'm saying your character.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, absolutely. I think, like Ronnie said earlier, the best thing about this show is it's so relatable. I know each one of these people that are sitting right here, their characters, anyways, in real life. It's very much so now. It's very based on today, New York City, and it represents New York City very well, I think.
And I'm going to ask the question that inquiring minds want to know. Is anybody up here following in the footsteps of Roni and Caleb? Inquiring minds want to know. Anybody up here dating each other as a cast members? Cast members, yes. Inquiring minds want to know. Is anybody up here dating? Are you following in the wonderful footsteps of Roni and Caleb, or is that on the?
I think that's a negative for everyone.
I think we're all single.
Yeah.
They're all single?
Well, no.
So with you,
not single, but you're not dating each other.
No.
Okay.
They keep it professional.
They keep it professional. Outside of taping this, are you guys really good friends, or you do the show and then you kind of go your separate ways? Are you in each other's circles?
I think we all try to keep in as good a contact as anybody else in a close-knit family office that you work in. If you work in an office space, you see these people very often. When you go out and you have time, you make time for them. And we try to do our best to stay in contact, but we're all, trying to climb to the next level. And as actors, that is not an easy task. So we're all, I think, very busy doing what we're doing, but we have a group chat. And whenever one of us is doing something new project-wise or anything about Tough Love comes up, the thing is just like firing off. You put your phone down for like 2 or 3 minutes, you come back and it's like 30 messages because everybody's like joking on the other person or talking about something else. So that became part of our like heartbeat of the show, and that like made our friendship grow bigger because we would all have the inputs on the group chat. And then outside of that, I think we all spend time when we can, if we can.
And wrapping up, I want to bring it back to the creators. Where do you see the series going? And is there a spinoff? Or what are you thinking? How far, how big, how many seasons in your mind are you seeing this go?
Tell us, we want to know.
Yes. Anybody being fired? You want to break news? Killed off?
Ballpark of 10.
We definitely want Tough Love to continue. Right now, we don't know exactly how, but we are definitely working on it. We definitely want to see multiple seasons come out of it in the future.
Think any spinoffs?
Possibly.
Yeah, possibly. And, currently, with the digital landscape, you have platforms like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, and, getting next to those executives, kind of showing them our content. That's the position where we're putting ourselves. So, we look like we might be still continuing, but it's all about the relationships that we cultivate from this.
Very good. And again, congratulations on it's incredible. It's incredible in a short amount of time. You're a Daytime Emmy nomination. I want to get everybody to give them a round of applause. That's awesome. That is.
Thank you.
That's saying something that shows that have been on for a long time. They looked at what you did, you submitted it, you took a chance, and look what happened. That's a life lesson too, taking a chance. And I just want to thank the creators and the cast for stopping by City Views. The Hip Hop Film Festival is coming up next week, August the 3rd through the 6th. And the creators, the Davises, are actually going to be a part of the Hip Hop Film Festival. They are going to be doing a series there also. I think it's on the 7th, August 4th at 7 p.m. Caleb and Roni will be participating in a Cypher panel series, and it's a web series focusing specifically on the growing web series market and the creators. That's Friday, August the 4th at 7 p.m. and they are a part of the Hip Hop Film Festival. Again, the Hip Hop Film Festival begins next week, August 3rd through the 6th. 1010 WINS is a media partner of the Hip Hop Film Festival, and I want to thank them for bringing me to the attention of this beautiful show, Tough. I mean, everybody should just take a minute and just watch a series or two, because if they have been nominated, they're bringing something to the table. You will not be disappointed. And again, the series is called Tough Love. If you want to see them at the Hip Hop Film Festival, make sure you go to hiphopfilmfestival.org to get all the information and see the entire lineup of events. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome, awesome, awesome. Thanks for stopping by City View in this special edition. Thank you.
Thank you for having us. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.